Do our hellos?
Hi, I'm Khadija.
Hi, I'm Syarlene.
I'm Inarah.
And I'm Sherry, and welcome back to
the powder room.
In a powder room. Finally.
Yeah, this is the first time we've done it
In a real
actual
toilet,
powder
yeah.
room. This episode is very special. We're doing it in collaboration with Fliphouse.
Woo! We're all wearing flip today.
This new set is called Sweet Tulips. We're all wearing it tonight.
It comes with a matching scrunchie.
It does.
You want to hear how it sounds? Today's special guest, jang jang jang,
Syarlene. We wanted to have someone on the podcast who is multi-talented, has different passions, and we thought of no better person than Syarlene because she's not only a content creator, but a recent medical graduate.
God damn.
So today we'll be interviewing her on her journey as a content creator in Malaysia and her simultaneous journey as
a medical
student. Okay. I guess our first question is, what came first, content creation or
doctoring?
The first time I started doing content was probably when I was really young. I think when I was in high school, I started doing vlogs and stuff, which I really enjoyed. If you guys have seen my YouTube videos when I was in Amsterdam,
You used to make YouTube videos?
I did, yeah. I used to love doing content back then. And then I got into medical school, and I think the first few years I was really focused on that. So I put everything, my entire creative passion sort of on the back burner, and then I only really started getting into content I think about last year when I got back from New York. So yeah, here we are.
So how did you decide to pursue medicine alongside content creation?
Actually, why did you even decide to pursue medicine at all?
I've been asked this question so many times because when I was younger, I think a part of it was because two of the people I was closest to when I was a little girl was actually my dad, who is a doctor, and my sister. I always spent a lot of time with him, and I used to admire the fact that he would travel across the globe to just do doctor things.
Doctoring.
To just basically do doctoring. And I think all of my other siblings, they're in the legal profession. So everyone in my family, they're either doctors or lawyers, but most of my siblings are lawyers. So
It's my mother's dream family.
my sister, and I admired her so much, and she was also in
Say her
medical
name.
school. Her name was Shaz.
Hi, Shaz.
No, but it's crazy because she was in medical school at the time at and she used to teach me. I remember when I was probably 10, 11, she would tell me about the patients you would see. And back in the day, before my dad was even diagnosed with Parkinson's, I remember we would walk around her campus, and I used to just look at everything and be amazed by her labs and stuff like that. And she used to tell me oh, this patient has Parkinson's, this is the clinical features. And I remember thinking that is so cool that you can look at a person, not know anything about them, but you can kind of know what the diagnosis was. That side of me was that really piqued my interest when I was at that age. Yeah.
Nice answer.
What do you think are some of the challenges you faced managing your time doing both content creation and pursuing medicine?
Oh my god. I think one of the things that people don't really talk about a lot, you never really feel like you fully belong in either category. What am I fucking talking about, guys?
You're nerd shaming your friends.
What I'm trying to say is that what was the question again?
So any challenges you faced?
Time management. As somebody that has ADHD, I think trying to manage my time between being a medical student and also being a content creator, it's been really difficult, but it's also been really rewarding. And I will be in the hostel Mondays to Fridays, working from 6 a.m. up until 6 to 8 p.m. every day. Oh my god. Okay, sorry, go on.
You know what I think is crazy?
What?
She will drive all the way down from Johor for an event and go back.
Yeah,
So-
Johor, I actually take a bus.
Okay.
How many hours?
It's about 3.5 hours, depending. Some buses are 3 hours, some are 3.5. When I first started getting into content, I told Sherry, I want to treat this like a job. I genuinely want to treat doing content like it's a second job. But doctors in Malaysia, we don't, or at least junior doctors, housemaids, we don't actually make that much for the amount of work that we do. So I do see a lot of housemaids that sort of go and start businesses.
You can explain to people, because there's a stereotype that doctors make a lot of money. Maybe explain how that's actually not true.
Let me walk you through. So it's 5 or 6 years of medical school, 2 years of housemanship, and then you have your medical officer role, and then you can hopefully apply for a specialization or a master's program. But it's a really long route after you graduate before you can start making that kind of money. So in the first few years, you're literally working sort of for peanuts. Yeah.
At what point do you feel like, what year do you think you'll be able to at least earn close or at least 5 figures?
I think maybe 5 or 6 years.
Manifestation.
Oh yeah.
No, remember the last time we did it? We made her write down.
Oh,
Yeah,
our
you
first
pulled out-
podcast.
yeah, and you pulled out your little script. So you did. I mean,
Yeah.
you've achieved a few of it.
A few.
Oh my god, is this
You're
the one
mentally
with
stable
Harry?
now. Yeah, you're mentally stable now.
If not, she'll be my doctor.
We can do a bullet point list of the questions she answered. She said, like, what are the bigger challenges?
The time management, I think that took a really long time for me to learn. The second one would definitely be, I think, to sort of navigate a lot of people's assumptions with me. But deep down, the only person that truly knows yourself, that truly knows what you can achieve, is you.
Period.
So
Heard.
why listen to anybody else? So lesson number 1, have a thick skin, everybody. Have the thickest skin.
Or just pretend you do.
Or just
Fake it till you
pretend
make
that
it.
you do. Fake it till you make it.
So, how would you describe your content on Instagram and TikTok? And how do you think your medical journey influences your content, if it does?
By the way, these are all questions that Khadija wrote. She's a reporter. she's an investigative journalist.
Yeah.
Just structure.
To say life of the party, is that wrong? To say life of the party? No, right? That's what it is. It's a good time.
Yeah.
The big core for my content as well is like romanticizing life. But back in the day when I was in high school, people just used to say I was jakun.
Because we're in the industry, there will be moments where we question what direction this is going in and what the long-term goal is. And it's things like this that make you like really grateful for where you're at, the journey you've had, and it's like, it's a testament to like all the hard work paying off.
Oh my god!
I was laughing by myself this whole time. Like, genuinely happy and deep in your heart, you're just like, you know what, like I'm happy for them and I hope I get blessed with the same things. You'll get it too. And if anything, you'll get it better.
Like someone else's rizki is not the absence of yours.
Yeah. But when it comes to like
Crazy.
sort of putting yourself out there, you weren't really like comfortable with it. Or at least from what you told me.
No, I think in the beginning when I first started posting, I was an oversharer and then I felt embarrassed. And then I started only posting things to kind of give you a perception of my life. Like my life perfect, my life cool.
As
like,
it usually
cool girl.
is.
And then now I'm just like, I don't really think as much when I post because I feel like everyone's human when you're watching my stuff. Like all the weird thoughts I'm having, you guys are having it too.
Real.
But probably the biggest challenge for me is, I think it's a specific night that I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, because I had a really good intro. When I masuk, I was in PR first, I kind of knew everyone around and like the behind the scenes, so I didn't feel out of place. Then me and Khadija went to this one society event. It was one,
I know what you're talking about.
it was where all the celebrities were, and I never felt there was a macam,
Disparity.
a gap. Yeah, there was no gap between celebrities and influencers, and maybe because of us and how we're exposed to things, I've never celebrified anyone. I don't consider celebrities of higher status, right? And so that was the first time when I went to an event, and they just didn't really treat us well. They kind of like looked past us, and then this one girl, Syarlene.
It's working. It's working, babes.
Even this one actress who was sat next to me and Khadija requested to move tables because we were not as important.
That was crazy.
Right? She asked. She in front of us asked somebody, "Can I move tables?" And then yeah, so I guess that time me and Khadija were just not cool enough. We were not celebrity enough to be sat with.
I think we just assumed it was going to be a welcoming environment, just as every other event we've attended has been
A
welcoming.
good time. We're just there to appreciate the brand, the people behind the scenes. And I think when I had my friends all enter the industry with me, it was so much easier for me to just turn that off and be like, fuck it, bro. It's a party. Like, let's have a good time. You know? Like, it's all fun and games. We're all getting dressed up. And then just like valuing people that value me. Then now I'm just more selective. Like, I don't really go to everything anymore.
Yeah, I think once you understand like who your audience is,
Yeah.
like it's so much easier to be selective about the kind of events you go to. It's like now we know maybe society events
It's
aren't
not really our
for
thing,
us.
yeah.
And that's okay because maybe that's just not who we want to be receptive to. Like that's chill.
Khadija, you never said.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Khadija never said her challenge.
What's my challenge as being a content creator?
Mm.
Probably similar along the lines of I used to be really shy. I still am shy. And not really conversational, but I feel that being in this industry has made me a lot more sociable and I'm able to network a bit more, and that's just something I was never able to do prior to that. I was always really shy and always afraid of like what people thought of me, and I think now I just don't really care. I think it's also reflected in my content. Like I think that's everyone who starts out in content creation. Like your style is kind of everywhere and you're trying to find your footing, and it maybe will resemble like other influencer friends you have. Like the style will be similar, and then over time you find your own voice, and that's when you find your audience and your niche and people who appreciate you. Wait, that was a segue. But
Not as bad as mine, don't worry.
but yeah, it's definitely I feel instead of being an introverted introvert, I'm like an extroverted introvert, which yeah, I'm an ambivert, exactly. So I think that's a challenge, but I feel like I've definitely overcome that being in the industry.
That's so good. That's so true though. Like I think that all our styles were a mash of like all the influences that we like. And then now I think that if you actually pay attention, if you actually really look at all of us, none of us are actually the same. We're all really different. Our styles are so different. And Inarah wears jorts. You'll never see me in jorts. You'll never see me in a pair of jorts. They have converted me to a Crocs wearer. Before I was a hater.
That's valid though.
I was a hater, but then again now I wear Crocs. No, I can't. I look stupid.
That's what I thought.
I look like a paper doll. And not the nice one, the like cheap one.
Exactly what we used to.
How do you see your dual passions evolving? Obviously, you've talked about from like the perspective of the medical industry, you want to be a surgeon one day. What about in content creation? Like, what's the end goal?
In terms of medicine, I don't know where the world is going to take me. That I do see myself in 10 years being a specialist. I just don't really know what specialist that is. And for content, I do feel like as I age, as I mature, I do want to share a lot more about my work, about medicine, and I think I'm just waiting to be a full-fledged doctor to start sharing a lot more medical content, because I can actually say this is professional medical advice. But like I'm just waiting, I'm just waiting for that moment. I want to sort of find a way to merge it as I age and grow with my, with my audience. Yeah.
Guys, and that is a wrap on today's episode with Syarlene. So thank you, Shar, for coming on this episode with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Fliphouse, for giving us these gorgeous PJs.
Shooter spinnies.
Okay, I'll give you guys
One by one. Actually, we're all wearing the same thing.
We are all wearing the same thing, so
Tonight, we still.
No, guys, we should do this. Alright, bow. 1, 2, 3.
oh. Bye!